Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can see you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't go away. Don't go away. Cakes. Hey, Amaka. Hold on. I'm going to type that in to make it real. Hi, Mo. Yay. Oh my God. Tina. Tina. You were there. I knew it. Thank you. Yay, thank you. Hey, Pam. Oh my God, Pam Bam, New Zealand. Hold on. Pam Bam, NZ. I am in NZ right now. Yay, yay, yay. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to switch. I'm going to check in with you guys. Stay right there. I'm going to go to the other stage. Ah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Huck, yeah. Holy huck, yeah. Stay there. Okay. So, let's hear it. This is it. Okay. Yes. Hey. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so, so much. Hey, Marlena. Hey, Tina. Hey, Pam Bam. Marlene, you're in South Africa. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging in and connecting. Fantastic. Seriously, love you guys. So, yeah, it's connected. Yes. Hi, Mona. Yes. It's the 15th here, but in the United States, it's very, very late on Valentine's evening. There you go. Yes, Pam Bam. It's beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful. I freaking love your country, Pam Bam. Absolutely love it here. It's like it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world for Terra Lumination. Hold on, let me see if I can stay there a second. Hold on. Hey, Patty Cakes. Thank you, Patty Cakes. Thank you. There's so much more I want to share with you guys. So much more. Hold on. Hold on. Stay there. Don't go away. I'm just doing some tech stuff. It's very... So yeah, hi Tina. Yeah, it sounds like snow and rain and everything over there for you guys. Right now over here, Terra Lumination is in, yeah, it's in New Zealand. And it's summer here, people. It's beautiful. Yeah. However you did it, Pam, I hope we can talk. Pam, I want you to give me some tips. I need a lot of tips, okay? Because I'm not going away. I'm not going to leave you guys. You're going to have to, you know, arrest me or throw me out or something. Okay. Hey, Patty Cakes, what's going on? Thank you so, so much. Yeah. So I wanted to check in with you guys to make sure that everybody's okay and you're making the best of this moment in time. I'm going to let you know that the technology is on the very, very, very tippy edge of dysfunction. It's completely on the edge right now. I'm only working with very, very limited, whatever they call it, streaming service here, speed, whatever they call it, you know, all that tech stuff that allows us to do the live shows. Natalie Seawolf. Hello, Natalie Seawolf. Good to see you. Thank you so, so much. Welcome, welcome. Love Driver. Greetings. Hey, Love Driver. Hey, Love Driver. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you. Terra Lumination is in New Zealand. in a very tiny remote location, but we do have some essential facilities here. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you for writing in, for all your support. Some of you have probably figured out already, Terra Lumination is going through some serious, let's say, shifting, changing, upheavals, something like that, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, rabbit ears technology. Yeah, rabbit ears. Trying to keep everything connected and everything working. Yes, Pam, close to dial-up. That's what I'm discovering. It's very tricky. So what I do is, what I've done actually, I've taken some really advanced technology that normally is used for advanced broadcasting, and I've been going inside the technology and adjusting all the settings to really like dumb it down so that it'll work through, so we can actually stream live on a very limited system. It's probably very fuzzy image for you, but it is happening. Okay, I can tell from the screen that it is actually happening. Yes, Tina, I am happy. I am seriously happy here. It's a beautiful place I'm very glad to be doing this. And yeah, thank you, Tina. Crappy, not creepy. Yeah, we don't do creepy here. We do crappy. So I don't know if any of you guys have been noticing this, but when we did the February Astro Doodles, I put some notes on there, and this is the moment. Okay, to me, this is probably the most important moment of the month. We know we have the full moons and the new moons, but I just wanted to show you something here. Oh, Patty Cakes, you're saying it's good over there? Really? Seriously? Wow. It looks really like super fuzzy from here. All the imagery and the monitoring system, it looks very fuzzy. Clear picture. You're getting a clear picture. Wow. Cool. Well, you can see that there is like a refrigerator thing over here, and there's a bit of daylight over here, and we're working from a very kind of like a makeshift office. Okay, and so we still have the stage. Patty Cakes. I'm going to just switch to the stage for a moment. I'd like to hear if you guys can still see the staging. Okay. All right. So hold on. I want to just switch over here. Stay with me. Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. So you're seeing things clear as well. Wow, that's really good. Okay, hold on. Thanks, Natalie. Okay, so this is much more like what you guys are used to. This is the Terra Lumination stage. We're in a makeshift office over here in remote part of New Zealand, and we're doing the best we can to try and make the best of it. The stage, hopefully the stage will come across as a full screen for you guys, okay? Yeah, okay, good enough. Okay, so we have that. Natalie, thank you so much, Natalie. So, just wanted to point out something. The reason that I wanted to do this little live thing here tonight is basically to just make sure that we can still do this from such a very challenging thing. Thank you, Patty Cakes. That's good. Thank you so much for affirming that. So, what I've done here, just for tonight, just for the moment, is I picked out the Aries Astrodoodle for February, okay? So it's over here. Okay. Yeah, 3 decks. You noticed. Thank you, Patty Cakes. So right now, you guys, depending on where you are, like it's February the 14th or the 15th, we have this little blob over here. I'll show you. It's February 14th or 15th. Right now, we have the Mars and Uranus conjunction at 29 degrees, okay? right here. It's very, very tight. It's kind of extreme. It's putting a lot of people under a lot of pressure. It's for everybody. And it's happening right now. We're going over the crossing point. So when we're looking at this, I'll try to make an illustration for you, okay? So stay there. Okay. Pretend this is, let's pretend this is a gateway and we're looking from the top over here, okay? And over here right now we have Mars and Uranus in Taurus, but we also have, Mars and Uranus in Aries, okay? But what's happening is we're moving from Mars into Taurus. So we're coming along here like so, and then we come along here like so. And this thing here is like a kind of a date, okay? Patty cakes crossed over at 6 p.m. Okay, Mars and Taurus right now. Let's just put some dates here. February 14th, February 15th, okay? So this is the actual moment of cusp here. And we're going over it depending where you are in the world. So if in terms of time, it would look like this. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. And we're crossing right now here. So this is kind of a big deal as far as tarot illumination is concerned, because the way it looks here is that we're getting introduced to a very new thing that's happening as Uranus moves into Taurus, okay? Now, Mars, hey, Love Triber, thank you so much, okay? Mars is leading the charge here. Yeah, anybody, if you guys want to throw in super chat, that would be incredibly helpful right now. This tarot illumination is living off fumes, okay? So there you go. Thank you, Love Troiber. I don't know if we'll get to any readings tonight. So I'm going to say that this is Mars, okay? And this is Mars over here. So my feeling is that Mars, being like the warrior planet, the fighting planet, the planet that goes first, jumps in like the warrior at the front of the line on the battlefronts. Mars is jumping into Taurus now, okay, over here. Mars is jumping in, okay? And what it's doing, I feel it's like it's breaking open the doorways here. Mars is busting open the doorways here and here, because I think what's happening is because Uranus is coming in here, okay? Uranus is coming through in the middle of March, okay? Middle of March. The middle of March, okay? So Uranus moves much more slowly. It's a 7-year journey that we're starting in the middle of March, okay? And like these guys are working very closely together. These guys, Uranus is over here, the planet of revolution, upheaval, freedom, liberation, human rights, humanity, the desire and the right to be free, and spiritual awakening, okay? Sometimes it's very bumpy and uncomfortable, but the whole idea is the energy blasts away all the stagnant, useless energy that is basically obsolete. And Mars is working like an assistant, okay? To blast open the doorway here. Door is blasting open here, the door is blasting over, because over the next 6 weeks, like this is happening in a couple of days. This is happening here bammo, 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 blast, the doors open here. And now Mars, basically from tonight and tomorrow onwards, Mars is now into Taurus, leading the charge, leading the entryway, because Uranus is going to be following up. Okay? So what happens is, it's going to look more like this, like towards the end of February and towards of March, like this. Okay, so the doors are now open, but they are closing, okay? They're going to close shut because over the next 6 weeks, Uranus and Mars will be both in Taurus. Okay? Okay, so that's what's going to happen. This is time. Look at this as time, okay? And the time is going this way. This is history, okay, everybody? This is history. It's done. It's never, ever going to exist or happen again, okay? And we're moving forward in time. So what happens now here is we're looking at Uranus and Mars both together in Taurus for at least a few weeks while Mars moves quickly. And so what's going to happen is in March, you see this little red blob here? We're on the cusp right now in terms of like the big picture from outer space. But what happens is, starting in March, well, starting right now, well, it really actually March, this is when we get the big shift, okay? Starting about March, let's have a look. I think it's March 6th, March 8th. Hold on, let me just check something. It's March 6th, okay? So from March 6th, I'm just going to make another note for you guys, okay? March 6th onward, Uranus will be in Taurus for 7 years, okay? Okay? That's the whole point of this little video here tonight, okay? Aha. Yes. Love Triber, Uranus is your ruling planet. Well, Love Triber, that's a classic example. You're going to feel radical shifts or radical changes, okay? Mona, if you're a Taurus sun, you are going to feel radical changes, okay? Uranus is in Taurus, okay? Uranus is in the sign of Taurus now for the next 7 years. So what can we expect? I think we've already had a glimpse of it on the Weather Channel. The Earth, the planet Earth, as we know it. Let's have a look here. Let's do it this way, okay? Yeah, look, Trevor. So there's going to be over here. This is Earth, okay? And Taurus is the sign of Earth. It's the sign of physical material reality. It's the sign of, you know, plants, nature, weather, money, rocks, crystals, water, land, and so look, I'm making a little tiny list here. I don't know if you can see it. When I think of Taurus, I think of, these are the kind of words that I think of: plants, nature, weather, money, rocks, physical things, crystals, water, land. I put nature here already. And all of this stuff is going to be really shaken about. Value and values, stuff, physical matter. Okay, so all of that stuff comes under the Taurus energy. Beauty, physical beauty, okay? Being very, very in tune with all of this. Now, so you take all this energy, okay? Take all this stuff, okay? You probably also have your own interpretations of what Taurus means for you guys. But what's going to happen is all of this is going to get shaken up. It's going to be boom, 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 boom. And that could be the earth is saying things like, the earth will be talking to us very, very loudly in terms of things like what I would call natural disasters, lightning, okay? Lightning, spontaneous, extreme shifts, things like this in the physical world, real shakeups, all the volcanoes, eruptions, physical structures, the things like how bridges collapse, how bizarre phenomenon from outer space, sudden weird experiences from outer space. Uranus is the planet of like weirdness. Let's put it that way. Hey, Elizabeth Boucher, what's going on? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. So, storms, electricity, all of these things, and there's going to be like revolution. There's revolutionary changes in all of this stuff. So, for example, the Earth is basically talking to us and saying, I am sick of pollution. Blam. Watch what happens when the Earth gets sick of pollution. I am sick of the stagnation. Uranus and Taurus is going to break up. It's almost like the worst thing that could happen for Taurus energy, because Taurus energy loves stability, comfort, things to be sweet, kind, soft, substantial, stable, valuable for the long term, long term. And then when Uranus comes along, it blows everything up. It blows everything up. Random. It's just like somebody let a wild animal loose, and anything and everything can happen. I think of it in terms of spontaneous weather events, things like, exactly, Patty Cakes, polar caps, magnetic shifts, EMF pendants, whatever it is, like random discharges, people who have random spiritual awakenings. Uranus going through a Taurus is just going to it's very, very destabilizing for the very, very materialistic aspects of our lives, for everybody. Doesn't matter what sign you are. All of us have that point of critical mass of Taurus in your chart. Now, for example, today, right now, because we're dealing with the cusps, we're talking about 0 degrees, okay? The 0 degree point. 0 degree points. Okay? So for weeks, we're going to be dealing with that. Hold on, let me just check. Basically, for the whole of March, we're going to have Uranus in Taurus at the 0 degree point, okay? So that has the energy of kind of like a newborn baby, okay? It's all over the place. You can't judge a baby for being a baby. You can't judge a baby for screaming, crying, laughing, pooping, pissing, eating, falling asleep and waking up, because they don't know. They have no idea. A baby doesn't know that it's a baby. A human baby has no idea that it's a human baby until it gets reciprocation of feedback. And so when we go through the 0 point, okay, with any planet, but with Taurus, it's a very big deal. With Uranus, it's a very big deal. There's going to be a lot of radical shifting where people aren't going to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, why it's going to happen, what it means when it all happens. So it can create a lot of instability, like you've just arrived at an amazing amusement arcade. You've never seen anything like it before, and just weird stuff happens, okay? And so to put this in perspective, let me go back. I'm going to put all this stuff together over here. Sorry, there's not much. I didn't really plan this. I'm just trying to connect with you guys to let you know that we're still here. So what I wanted to do, let me do this for you. Hold on. Let me go back to the February Astro Doodles, okay? How about this? Hey, Eleni, what's going on? Hi, Eleni. Yeah. Brexit is happening in March. Hey, Lavender Girl, what's going on? I just saw your notes. Thank you so much. Yeah, so anybody who wants to, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing readings tonight. I might be able to get to it. Reading, throw as much money as you possibly can into the super chat, and we'll try and get you a reading. But in the meantime, I just wanted to do this very, very quickly with you guys. So look at this. This is Aries, okay? This is the Tarot Lumination Aries chart, okay? So right now for Aries, the cusp is right over here, okay? And this is the start of your 7-year journey right here. It's happening right now. We're heading into it. The doorways are being blasted open by Mars in Taurus, okay? And hey, Incognito. Incognito, you're Taurus. Oh my God. Taurus Sun, Taurus North Node, Taurus. Oh my God, that's a lot of Taurus, Incognito. So we'll get to you in a moment. So for Aries, this is happening in your natural second house of Taurus energy. Money, value, values. How much are you worth? How much are you valued? How valuable are you? What are your values? What is your value system? How does money work in your life? What does money mean to you in your life? Where does the money come from? Where does it go? What are you going to do? Radical shifts and changes with your talents and gifts and resources, okay, Aries? And that's for all Aries, okay? Next, let's go. Let's keep going, people. Let's go to Taurus. Look at here, okay? So the cusp is over here for Taurus, okay? It's the same cusp. I'm using the same red blob, but this is for Taurus now. So it's happening right in your face. So Taurus, this is the house of self. This is your first house of self, okay? What on earth is going to be happening to you, Taurus? Your identity is going to change. Every few days, every few weeks, every few months for the next 7 years, there are moments when you look in the mirror and you realize, oh my God, I'm a completely new person. I am turning into a completely new person. Who am I? Who is that person in the mirror? What am I doing? What do I look like? How do people perceive me? How do I present myself to the world? Wow. It's very physical. It's very, very physical. This is the first house. It's Aries, okay? It's a very physical sign. And so for you, Taurus, please expect radical shifts and changes, random. You could go for weeks, months, where everything seems normal, and then suddenly, bam, you have these sort of senses of awakening where there's a whole new you that you didn't even know existed before, but now it's going to come into expression, okay? There's no way out of it. Patty cakes, the Federal Reserve is closing. Wow. So let's keep going. For Gemini, what about you? For you, Gemini, it's up here, okay, in your 12th house, okay? There's some of the things that I can't see on the screen. I'm trying to do too much, okay? Yes, Marlena, if you want to, especially if you're Taurus ascendant, yes, be very, very aware that if you have Taurus ascendant, okay, especially Taurus ascendant and Taurus sun, please expect that your physical body might change in certain ways. The way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you look, the way you dress, the way you do your hair, the way you speak, the way you carry your body, maybe all sorts of bizarre, unpredictable health issues will come to the surface. Hey, thank you, Mona. Thank you so, so much. That need to be addressed. But the whole idea is that for Taurus rising or Taurus sun sign, you are going to start feeling that you are a new person. A new person is evolving, growing, but it's very unpredictable. There's no way to predict how and where and why you're going to evolve into this new person, okay? But it will change, and it's a 7-year journey of radical shifts, radical changes, okay? So for Gemini, let's have a look at Gemini. This is Gemini now, okay? So this is the beginning of a 7-year journey for Gemini, and it's happening in Gemini's 12th house, spirituality, okay? Over here, that's spirituality, divine intuition, the energy of endings, the energy of hidden enemies, the energy of secrets, the energy of not knowing, the energy of your self-undoing. This can be extremely hard to handle and understand the 12th house. It doesn't matter who you are, what sign you are. Living with 12th house energy is very, very challenging for anybody because it's so hard to understand. It's ruled by Neptune, and it's the house of intangibility. So my feeling is that a lot of, for all the Geminis who are out there, Gemini sun, Gemini rising, all of those out there, there will be random periods, and it's starting right now. It's really, really starting right now over the next 7 years where you're going to get, I think the most important theme for you will be radical awakenings at how you have become an expert at your own self-sabotage. You need to know this now. This has to be revealed. You got to reveal it to heal it. So once you know what it is and you can put language and words and communications around it, then you will have a chance to heal it, whatever it is, okay? That's my personal opinion. And you might have also like spontaneous awakenings of what I would say would be a sense of, this is going to sound really cheesy, but true love might be for the planet. In other words, whatever you thought constituted universal love, non-judgmental love. In other words, the love of a mother for a child, a father for a child, where it doesn't matter whether the child was born with disabilities or a genius, or whether the child is a nightmare to raise or it's a sweet child. It doesn't matter. The love is still there. And so for Geminis, it's understanding this at a greater, deeper level, okay? I'm going to keep going now. For Cancer, for Cancerians, again, this is new starts and new beginnings for you on a 7-year journey of your participation in the group, okay? Humanity, the community, the fun of belonging. In other words, to me, it feels like the family of man, the family of mankind, the family of humankind, the family of womankind. So my feeling for you, Cancers, this is for you, Cancer, okay? I'm just putting that on the record here. For you, Cancer, there's going to be radical shifts and changes in your home. And you know, Cancerians, you often, like the crab, you carry your home on your back. So it almost doesn't matter where you are. You create the energy of home with you, okay? So my feeling is that you, Cancerians, may be going through a 7-year journey where you're going to bring the energy of home care, nurture, loving nurture, loving, caring, security, safety, and nurture into a community setting, into a way that's good for humanity. Because for a lot of humanity, they're going to feel very destabilized and wondering what's going wrong with their home and their home life. And so if you, Cancerians, if you can provide a sense of home and stability and safety and nurture and care in a kind of a community setting here, that's a possibility for you. How that's going to happen, I don't know. So I just wanted to put that out there. Basically, radical shifts in how you participate in the community and how you bring your love and nurture and intuition, your natural caring nature into a community setting. Let's keep going. Now that we've started, there's no stopping, people. We're just going to keep going, okay? Patty Cakes, you're really good at this stuff. We need to follow up, okay? We need a follow-up conversation, okay? So feel free to come and talk with Terra Lumination or write in or something. I'm going to keep going, folks, okay? I'm going to go with Leo now. This is Leo, okay? And I'm using the February Astrodoodle. Okay, Love Triber, that's very important. Love Triber, it's very important that you notice the big shifts and changes that are going to happen with you in a sense of community. You're belonging to a community and your acceptance in a community and you creating an energy of community. Something like that, where you bring that warmth, okay, that Cancerian warmth. So over here for Leos, okay, this is a very kind of a critical thing for Leos. You have your new 7-year journey over here of Uranus and Taurus right up in your career sector, the 10th house, destiny, your place in the world, your sense of fate in the world, like, why am I here? Why am I on this planet? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to do here on this planet where I feel like I'm important, I do something, I achieve, I win, I succeed, I belong, I am acknowledged, I am respected, I am understood, and I can do this over the long-term period of time where it makes sense, okay? Like a career, the energy of career. What is that? So for Leos, all the Leos out there, please understand that your sense of career, your sense of destiny, your sense of participation in this planet where you are in a very prominent position, all of that is going to get shaken up now, okay? Radical shifts and upheavals, highly unpredictable. So you might go for, 6 months or a year or whatever, and then suddenly, bam-o, radical shift, radical earthquakes, destabilization in the career. But don't be scared, because that's what's happening is it's cracking open new horizons for more advanced levels for you to evolve and behave in terms of your career and destiny. It can be very disturbing, very unsettling for everybody, the Uranus energy, because it's so unpredictable and it can be so shocking and leave us really, caught off guard. Let's put it that way. Okay, so incognito, that's very, very important. So pay attention, incognito 11, for your career sector, your destiny, your sense of fate, okay? Your sense of achievement, recognition. and the intense pressure that comes with the long-term responsibilities that goes with that stuff. Okay, let's keep going. Virgo, have a look at this. This is yours, Virgo. Okay, so over here, you can see the little Illumination Astrodoodle for Virgo. It's happening up here in your 9th house. Okay, this is the journey. It's starting right here. 7-year journey for all Virgos. Right up here, where my feeling is that this is very harmonious for you, all Virgos. This is you, Virgo, over here. That's yourself. And it just happens that the Taurus energy and the Capricorn energy are very harmonious for you. So even though it can be potentially very destabilizing and unsettling for you in the 9th house over the next 7 years, it's actually really good. In other words, radical, exciting, fun, evolutionary leaps into the great unknown in terms of higher consciousness, higher understanding, greater wisdom, foreign travel, foreign people, foreign locations, like just a whole bigger lens and awareness of the world from a much, much bigger, wider, broader perspective. It's almost like pretend you're like a little kid and then you were just wandering around in an amusement park and somebody dressed up in a crazy clown outfit gives you this amazing thing that looks like a kaleidoscope or a telescope, and you look inside this thing and you look out the other side and you see the world from a much bigger, wider, more amazing perspective. But you can still come back down to planet Earth where you're living already. All I'm suggesting here is that you're seeing everything from a much bigger, wider perspective and how you belong on this earth, almost like a seeker of wisdom, a discovery, someone who discovers new levels of wisdom and understanding, and you bring that back down to earth. That would be almost like your job description, your mission, okay? A sense of achievement, a sense of drive, a desire to reach new heights, and it's going to happen for you. Okay, Virgo? There you go. Yes, good things for Virgos. I see it. It's radical exciting. Hold on, I need a beverage, people. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to take a little break because we've done the first 6 signs, and then we're going to look at 6 more, okay? So give me a second here. I'm going to take a little break. Cheers. Hold on. Don't go away. Don't go away. Let's have a look. Hey, everybody. I know it's not full screen. I'm trying to keep the technology squashed down so I don't overload the system here. This is Terra Illumination, yours truly. Yes, this is Terra Illumination, yeah. Terra Illumination has been under a lot of pressure from some, let's say, entities, the great beyond, to become more personable and hang out with you guys as a person. Terra Illumination is a real person. I'm not just a blob. I'm not just a bunch of wobbly hands. So I'm going to put on some music for you. Stay right there, and we guys can sing and dance together. So give me a second here. Stay right there. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, everybody. Enough nonsense. Enough of the silly games. Terra Illumination had to get a bit of a groove on there to get the blood circulating again. It's yeah. Some of you were asked. I've been here for almost a week now. We're going to be here for another month, another whole freaking month, people. So we might as well get used to it. I know the signal's very, very choppy. We're going like with tiny screens and poor visibility, but we've got something, okay? It's better than nothing. Hey, Sharon. Lena. Greetings, Lena. Thank you for showing up. So what I'd like to do now is pour myself, we're going to have a Terra Illumination beverage, okay? You know what that means. You know what that means, okay? Wahe Guru Taro. I love it when all the terroristas show up. Hey, patty cakes. I love it when you guys... I swear to God, guys, I'm going to do... I don't know how we're going to do it because, you know, it's... Okay, I'll just shut up for a second. I want to build a retreat. I want to get property here in New Zealand. I want to get a little place and do this thing properly because my life has changed here in 1 week in terms of the health and the ability to feel alive and to grow, to be here for the sake of Terra Illumination and for the sake of you guys. And it feels like in a very, very primal and elemental, very primitive, almost like a newborn, a baby type of energy way. Terra Illumination needs to stay here, okay? Okay? Needs to stay here and make this a home and get out of Los Angeles. I have to keep a foothold in Los Angeles because I'm still like on the fringes of the movie business, and I can't really deny that. I don't want to throw that away. It's too valuable. But we got to do something here. So I'm working very hard over the next month to try and integrate and learn more about this beautiful country and the beautiful people here, and find a way to integrate so that you guys can come and visit and have some of this amazing, beautiful healing energy that you have here. Okay, it's fantastic. Hey, Pam Bam, I see you, Pam Bam. Yeah. Go New Zealand. It's just, anyway. They're very, very, very tough on immigration, okay? Extremely, extremely tough on immigration. It doesn't matter if you're a multi-billionaire. If you suck, if you're some kind of like Wall Street raider, or you've got some kind of even slightly shady criminal thing going on in the background, you don't stand a chance, okay? So just need to let you guys know. This is almost like the Terra Illumination awakening right now. It's all happening here in New Zealand. New Zealand is going to be the home of Terra Illumination going forward, okay? Some way, somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it. And that was the whole point of the membership program, is to start and create, regular members. Like we have a handful of members already, but we need a lot more. And then with a lot more members, if we can get up to like 100, 200, 300 members, anybody here who is not a member, please become a member. It's just the cost of one tiny cup of coffee per month. And then that goes into the Terra Illumination long-term fund to get a place here that works for Terra Illumination so that Terra Illumination has some privacy, okay? Real life privacy. But Terra Illumination can share like the love and the healing, okay? Because it's really good, okay? Really, really important. Anyway, let's go back to the reports. We're working on a little video here tonight. It's about the day of cusps, a night of cusps. It's the cusps of Mars and Uranus going into Taurus. So we have 6 more signs to do, okay? See if I can do that. 6 more to do. And we'll put those... Hey, Pam Bam, I would love to connect. Pam Bam, if you could go to terraillumination.com later and go to the connect page, and I'd love to be able to chat with you by email so I can learn more about your amazing country. I'm kind of doing everything on the fly right now. You might have noticed. So anyway, I'm going to go back to the stage. Stay there. But I first of all, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't go away. I'm still right here. I just got to go to the other side of the stage. You've probably figured out what's happening right now. And you heard that familiar sound. So this is it. Yes. Oh yeah, patty cakes. That's very, very witty. I see what you just typed in there. The Knight of Cusps. Brilliant. So I'm going to raise my glass to you guys, all of you who's done everything and do everything that you can to love and support the Terra Lumination thing that we're doing. It's like becoming an actual Terra Lumination Love Tribe member. Some of you actually are members and actually have your certificates already. I'm so proud of this. And some of you have actually shown the photographs, pics of your certificate. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back to the other stage, and we're going to get on with the other six signs. Okay, we have 6 more to do. All right, stay there. Stay there. Don't go away. Hold on. All right, here we are. Let's get some light. Hold on, I need some more lights. Hold on. All right, let's see what we've got going here. Let's have a look. Okay, so now we're going to move over to Libra, okay? Hey, patty cakes. From what I'm learning, there's a huge difference between 2003 and 2019 regarding the legal stuff, okay? So it might be much, much more challenging for Terra Lumination to get in and stay than it was for you. And that's a lot of the homework that I have to do here now. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Here we go, people. We've been talking about the ingress of Uranus into Taurus, okay? And we were talking about, started the show with this idea of a gateway. This is the energy of time moving forward like this. This is the cusp moment right here. February the 14th, February the 15th, and so on, okay? So it just so happens, in terms of the astrology, that Mars is conjunct Uranus. This is Mars in its journey. This is Uranus in its journey. They're running together, and Mars is leaping ahead, bashing the doorways open, bashing the doorway into Mars into Taurus. It just happened. This just happened, okay? So this is like the doors being bust open, getting ready for Uranus to move into Taurus in early March, okay? About March 6th. So what happens then is that there is no going back. These gates are closing, clunk, okay? And none of us, there's no going back for any of us. And we all, from this point onwards, from the middle of March onwards, we're all going to have to adapt and grow as Uranus and Mars are both in Taurus, okay? Mars for about 6 weeks or so, but for Uranus, it's 7 years. So this is a big, big deal for everybody, okay? Hey, Fritali, what's going on? So basically from March 6th onwards, Uranus will be in Taurus for 7 years, okay? It's a big, big, tough, radical journey of highly unpredictable awakenings and shocks, awes, amazement, expansion of consciousness by waking up and basically shaking everything loose in your life wherever that cusp and that journey exists. So we're going through each sign. We already did the first 6, so we're going to go back. We're kind of coming back. So right now we're kind of at the 0 point for Uranus and for Mars. So when everything is at the 0 point, it's kind of like the energy of a newborn baby. It has no idea what it is, how it is, or why it is. It's just what it is. There's no explanation for anything. It pees, it poops, it screams, it yells, it laughs, it falls asleep, it wakes up. It has no idea what it is. And that's what this energy is right now. It's radical, it's unpredictable, so please allow for that, okay? When I think of Taurus, okay, I think of beauty. I think of the world. I think of harmony. I think of the energy of healthy, healthy values, healthy land, a good place where everything is in harmony. Imagine almost like those imaginary, like paradise type settings where everything is beautiful. The weather, the sky, the water, the electricity, the people, everything is really gorgeous. So Taurus rules things like plants, trees, nature, weather, everything that's physical on the earth, the rocks, okay, the crystals, all the water, and the physicality of the earth, the actual skills and talents that you have as individuals. It rules the land, the mud, the dirt, all of that. It rules value and values. Our physical stuff, physical matter. So it's very, very tangible energy. So when you put Uranus in Taurus, it shakes up all of this. It shakes up the earth. So it's just like what we're seeing on the Weather Channel, like spontaneous, radical, extreme, unpredictable weather events, lightning storms, flooding, extreme, bizarre weather that doesn't make any sense, too hot, too cold. Volcanoes, eruptions, basically things like structure and infrastructure just spontaneously kind of going kapoof. Storms, electricity, the internet, okay? Like the internet is kind of ruled by Uranus as well. So Terralumination is experiencing radical shifts in how Terralumination is going to exist, because Terralumination can't function without the internet. There is no Terralumination without the internet. And all of that is going to change over the next 7 years. That's part of the earth. The internet is now part of the earth, just like cell phones, just like fiber optics, just like electricity, just like plumbing. All of those things are all part of day-to-day earth now. And it's all going to undergo revolutionary changes, okay? And also with the energy of Uranus, it's going to be about a democratization. So in other words, instead of having extreme pyramids of structure and power, everything's going to be about the people, okay? Everything's going to be shaken up in a way that it's better for the people and not so good for the powers that be, okay? All right, let's keep going. Hold on, time for another sip. Cheers, everybody. Okay, let's have a look. So let's go to the Libras. So for you, Libra, this is the Terralumination Astrodoodle. I know it looks chaotic, but there is a meaning behind the madness. So for Libras, this big new shift, this 7-year journey is over here, and it's going to be for you guys in your house, okay? Your 8th house. This is the house of intimacy, shared resources, deep, deep, deep soul merger above and beyond the comfort zone. It's a lot of people can't handle it. It's intimacy at the deepest, most profound level. It's the point where you dissolve into the soul of another, and another soul dissolves into you, and you become one thing. It's what happens when people make love and make babies. You dissolve yourself into the other, and the other dissolves themselves into you, and you create something brand new that could not exist or could not have existed without the joint resources of each party coming together to form a new one. Like literally, this merges with this, just like intercourse, and it creates something new, brand new. So that's happening for you, Libras, okay? And so for the Libras, you might go through radical shifts and understandings of what it means to be intimate, to share your life, your body, your talents, your gifts, your resources with another person and another person with you. What you thought of as intimacy, what you maybe subconsciously understood or believed was intimacy, is going to get blown to pieces, and you're going to experience what real intimacy means for you in your life. And it could be something completely different. With the Uranian energy, it can become neutralized to the point where, you know, because a lot of people associate this, the eighth house with sexuality and the functions of reproduction and so on. And so in other words, I mean, you could, well, because the Uranian energy tends to almost be kind of like the energy of a unicorn, or the energy of what's the asexuality, where gender is not an issue, male, female. Who are you? Who are you as the person? What does intimacy mean for you, the Libra person, relative to the other person? It might not mean actually having physical intimacy anymore. It could be something on a much more spiritual, highly advanced, almost non-physical experience. Okay? And that could be, and when you're talking about joint resources as well, it's how you relate to the other person in terms of your finances. Their finances and your finances. Their value, your value. Their values and your values. There's going to be big shifts in what that means for you, Libra. And it's starting right now. It's happening right now. Mars is already busting the gates open, changing everything. You're going to be blown away in some way, shape, or form or other for you, Libras, in such a way that what does it mean for you going forward? There's no way to predict what intimacy means for you now going forward. But I guarantee it's going to change your concept and your experience of intimacy. All right, let's keep going. Let's go over here to Scorpios, okay? Love Triber, you actually, somebody actually understands the Tarot Lumination Astrodoodles. Yay, thank you so much. Thank you, Love Triber. Hey, Lena, yeah. So, for Scorpios, let's go to Scorpio now. So as you can see, over here, for you, Scorpio, it's in your 7th house of one-on-one, profound one-on-one relationships. Over here, the 5th, that would be like lovey-dovey romance. Over here, that would be like sleeping around with your coworkers or something like that. Over here, like the 8th house for Libras, that would have been the energy of what happens when you are already in a state of merger with another person. But for you, Scorpios, this is the Scorpio over here, the Scorpio self in the 1st house. And this is the Scorpio house of the other, the significant other. Okay? So, Lavender Girl, if you've got Uranus in Scorpio, then you're going to achieve maximum opposition. Okay? You're going to feel radical opposition. Okay, so for Scorpios, Uranus is starting a 7-year journey right here, okay? Kerblam. 7 years to go from here to here. And during this 7-year journey, your whole world of relationship is going to get completely tipped over, upside down. And the experience will happen not inside of you as an individual, but from a significant other. You're going to experience radical shifts and changes in your one-on-one most important relationships. That would be the house of marriage, the house of contracted, chosen, like business partner relationship. And it's going to go through radical shifts and changes that cannot be predicted in terms of the actual definition. What does that mean going forward? But for sure, it's going to change. The way a very important, serious, significant other relates to you is going to radically change you and your life, Scorpio. Okay? There's no way out of it. It's going to happen. Huge changes are going to happen in your life, Scorpio, to you as an individual because significant other individual, their behavior, their actions, their decisions, the things that happen in their life are going to radically impact your life. Okay? So be prepared for shock, awe, wonder, amazement, miracles, radical awakenings and new understandings, new opportunities to relate to someone, a chosen, loved individual, preferably a chosen one, a loved one, as opposed to a heavily karmic burdened type of relationship, because that could be very, very challenging. It could be very, very, very challenging for you, Scorpios. But if you are in a, let's say, a harmonious situation with someone, or if you are open and receptive to that very profound radical shifts coming to you from a significant other, then this could be miraculous for you, Scorpio. Miraculous changes, improvements, upheavals that might be very shocking. It might be very disturbing for you because you, just like Scorpios, just like Tauruses, just like Leos and Aquarians, you don't like things to change. You like absolute power. You like to be in control. So for this kind of energy to be happening in your house, your seventh house of the significant other, you're not going to have a choice. You have to adapt or you die. That's how evolution works. The planet Uranus is very, very significant when it comes to our evolution as a species. Okay, it's the first of the huge invisible planets. Okay, and so whatever Uranus does, you might not be aware of it in like the day-to-day terms, but you will certainly be aware of it in some kind of foundational radical shifts in your life where you have to adapt to that person, to that relationship, or you go under. It's evolutionary. That's how evolution works. It's very simple, Scorpios. Adapt or die. You adapt or you die. It's metaphoric. I'm not trying to scare you to death, but it's a metaphoric thing. Like you adapt, you grow, you shift, you adjust to the radical changes, unpredictable, very unsettling, very scary, weird, exciting, and you evolve and grow. Or you stagnate and you end up on an evolutionary pothole, an evolutionary roadside ditch. And Scorpio, that's not going to work, okay? It's not acceptable. So you have to adapt and grow, okay? Let's stay positive. You're gonna be essentially forced to adapt and grow. All right, Scorpios? Let's keep going. Sagittarians, okay. Yes. Exact love driver. That's beautiful. That's another aspect. That's fantastic. I'm really glad I looked at the screen. Hold on. Yes, again, it is the house of open enemies, frenemies. It's the house of marriage. In other words, when you make relationship decisions, Scorpio, when you make your decisions here, there's no hiding. It's very, very evident. Like when things are working, it's evident. When things are not working, it's evident. There's nowhere to hide in the seventh house dynamic here. They call it like the house of open enemies. They're right in front of you. You can see them very, very clearly. And just like in a marriage, you make a good marriage, it's the best decision you'll ever make in your life. You make a decision to marry, and it's the wrong person for the wrong reason at the wrong times. One of the worst decisions that you ever make in your life, and you end up dealing with that. So it's very important. This is a very, very important transit for all Scorpios, okay? The next 7 years. Okay, let's keep going. Sagittarius, let's have a look for you. My feeling is this is very much to do with health, creating healthy new habits, refining, cleansing, purifying, improving, doing the work, creating new daily routines and practices that are better for you and your health. Or what are you doing every day in terms of your activities in the world? The Virgo energy is very much about getting practical results done for practical, useful reasons. Useful. You know, like, let's get this stuff done. Let's do what has to be done, and let's just do it properly in a very orderly, refined, clear, purified manner. Cut out all the nonsense. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, there's very little reward, but it has to be done. So for you, Sagittarius, that theme is happening over here. Okay? It's in your 6th house. This is the moment of cusp. This is the day of cusps. Okay? So it's happening for you. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I screwed up here. Hold on. Oh no, I've got it right. I'm sorry. I was reading the charts backwards. So everything is moving this way. Everything is going this way. I got dizzy and I started going this way. Pardon me, people. So for you, Sagittarius, this is the gateway. This is the doorway that we just talked about earlier in those other doodles of the beginning of a new 7-year journey here. Over here, it starts for you like this. This is the Sagittarius 6th house, okay? There's Sagittarius, and this is the 6th house over here. So we're starting this new journey going from here over the next 7 years. So over the next 7 years, dear Sagittarians, you can expect radical, unpredictable shifts in your lifestyle, the way you conduct your day-to-day life, your habits. What do you do when you wake up first thing in the morning? Are you just going to fall out of bed, or are you going to start to initiate and indoctrinate yourself into some early morning self-healing habits? Are you going to improve your self-love, your self-healing habits, so that you become more functional, more capable Sagittarius during the day with all the other activities that you do during the day? And a lot of that is going to happen here, and it's going to happen in radical new ways that you could not have predicted. You might, get involved in new health programs, new ways to look at your health, look at your daily habits. Like, how do you dress? What is your diet? What are your activities? Are you overextending yourself with chores and activities that are just wasting time and energy? If so, then the Uranus in Taurus energy is going to blast that open, and it's going to send a very loud message to you, Sagittarius. Hey, wake up, Sag. You're already very wise anyway, but you need to wake up even more, because you can't be a functional, effective Sag unless you radically improve your lifestyle habits, how you manage your time. What are you doing with every hour, every minute of your day? Are you doing the things most effectively? Are you wasting all of that stuff? Are you, do you have a really healthy diet? Are you sleeping properly? Are you overworking? Are you in the wrong job? Are you in the right job? All those things are very, very important, okay? So please expect radical shifts and changes and upheavals, okay? It's going to happen, all right, Sag? Let's keep going. Let's move on to Capricorns. So this is the Capricorn chart here. We're starting here. This is the day of cusps. It's happening right now. It's radical energy. We're at the 0 points. It's happening right now. We're already crossing over. So for you Capricorns, this is the Capricorn 1st house. This is the beginning of the Capricorn 5th house. The 5th house, what do we think of in the 5th house? We think of things like creativity, creative self-expression, fun, excitement, risk-taking, happiness, being alive, being center stage, being your most awesome self, having fun, creative, being like your most noble, regal, proud self. No apologies for being how awesome you are, and how fun and exciting it is to be you. Okay, how much fun is it for you being you, Capricorns? we already know for Capricorns, there's a tremendous amount of pressure going on with the Pluto, the Saturn, and also we have the Venus and Capricorn thing over here right now. So that's very heavy pressure to evolve and change and grow at the deepest soul levels. And now we've got pressure to evolve and change and grow at this level here. The fifth house for a lot of people also equates to true love, okay? Romance, okay? At the actual physical experience of falling in love and being in love in the romantic sense. In other words, having met some soulmates or twin flames or whatever you want to call it, but it's very vivid. People would think of that as your love life here, the person that you fall in love with and the person who falls in love with you. And with the Uranus transit here for the next 7 years, for Capricorns, your experience of your love life, your creative expressions, your let's say your output, let's say you have all sorts of things that you love to do, want to do, that's fun and exciting, and you decide, I'm going to just freaking do it, no matter how weird it is. So a lot of that can happen here. You might have radical shifts, changes, and upheavals in how you want to have fun, how you want to conduct your love life. Maybe going on some like crazy romantic cruise, maybe going on some like weird art projects together, maybe doing some radical, and it could be just almost any infinite variety of Leo type or fifth house type expression. Like if you like to write, sing, perform, create, dance, do some kind of art stuff, and take that same energy into your love life. Like, hey, honey, we haven't had a good fun night out in a while. Let's do something crazy, weird, and radical and new. And they look at you and go, what? And then you say, listen, it's okay. Tarot Lumination said it's okay. I'm a Capricorn going through huge changes of shifts right now, and it would be perfectly normal for me, the Capricorn, to do something completely wacky, weird, and new and unpredictable. And I'm just suggesting that we can do that now. And on the other hand, the reciprocal thing can happen to you, Capricorn, where you start receiving radical, weird, fun, new, different ways to experience fun, happiness, true love, business. You can even call it, some people even call it the house of business, because a lot of things to do with business are how you express yourself in business, okay? So please allow for big shifts to happen here. Let's keep going. And by the way, Capricorns, for you guys, the Taurus energy just typically happens to be very comfortable for you. It's simply because of the well-known, well-established comfort between Capricorn and Taurus. It's what's called a trine, okay? Same thing with Virgo, okay? Over here, so this could be really fun for you. Radical, exciting, weird, new, different, highly unpredictable, and fun, okay? Let's keep going. We're going to do Aquarius, and then we're going to do Pisces, okay? So hang in, people. Tina Miller, yes. Could be. Hold on, I need a beverage. Stay there. All super chats, highly appreciated, by the way. If anybody wants to throw money in the pot, it all goes to a good cause. It goes to the cause of Tarot Illumination, of course. Especially the Tarot Illumination idea for property, a place, a location where people can experience the kind of healing that Tarot Illumination is experiencing right now. This is one of the best things that's ever happened in my life, by the way. I want to share this with you people. It's very late for these things to be happening in life, but it's really, really good. Tarot Illumination is going through radical shifts and changes, just like you guys. All the stuff that we're talking about here applies to Tarot Illumination as well, okay? And I'm feeling it very vividly in my own life personally. I'm seeing the shifts, the radical changes, the unpredictability, and that I'm going to have to be prepared for a lot of surprises, okay? In my own personal life, in my own department, where I have my own wobbly moment here. So for Aquarius, this is for you. Let's have a look. For you, Aquarius, okay? This is happening over here in your fourth house, okay? At the very foundations of your life. So for all Aquarians, this is the Aquarius identity over here, okay? And we just had the Aquarius new moon, okay? We just had that. So what's happening right now, we have at the 0 points, at the very foundation of your chart, we have the beginning of radical shifts, radical upheavals in the foundations of your life, your world. So whatever you think of as home, Aquarius, think of this as a 7-year journey, okay? So, like whatever you, Aquarius, whatever you consider as your home, your sense of stability, the foundations of your life, the place where you go to sleep at night, the place where you wake up in the morning, and the place where you leave during the day to do what you do, and then you come back to at the end of the day. Just call it your nest, your sense of family, your sense of safety, stability, security. All of that is going to get tipped upside down, systematically, step by step, okay, over the next 7 years. Radical shifts, radical upheavals. Almost, you might feel it almost like earthquakes, huge shifts in the tectonic plates of your life, the foundations of your world. So be prepared for that. It could be very destabilizing. But again, the evolutionary message is to grow, adapt and grow, adapt and grow, adapt and grow. So Aquarius, like all the other fixed signs, you might not enjoy this at all. It might be very destabilizing for you. It could also be very exciting. It could be very new, revolutionary, completely radical new shifts in what you think and feel and sense as your home and your foundations of life, okay? Over here. It's a long, slow journey. So you could go for months, even a few years, as these different events unfold, but it will be very evident. You will feel it. You will see it and feel it in your home, in your sense of home and foundation, your sense of family, sense of security. There will be radical, spontaneous, unpredictable events that will blow up everything that you already believed was your sense of foundation, and a whole new thing will unfold. And you have to adapt, okay? You have to adapt. All right, let's go to Pisces. So here we go. Hold on. So this is for you, Pisces, all right? Hope we got this. All right, let's have a look. Oh, Tina, it looks like you got to crash out soon. That's all right. I hope we covered your sign already. I'm just going to work with Pisces now, and then we're pretty much done. So over here, this is the Pisces Astrodoodle, February 2019, where we are having this moment right now. This is the day of Cusp, okay? The day of the cusps. It's happening for you. So there's Pisces, okay? Do you see that? Okay? And we have a full moon coming up, okay? The sun is going to be in Pisces, and the moon is going to be in Virgo over here. So this is a very important time coming up for you, and it's happening on the 19th, okay? So all Pisceans who are here tonight, whoever you are, please be aware that we're heading into a full moon for you guys right now, okay? And it's on the 0 points, so it's going to be quite profound, okay? Perhaps like really in your face, but very unpredictable. Oh, there's no way to predict how this is going to pan out for you, but it's going to happen, okay? And it will happen in the context of a significant relationship, okay? Because it's going to happen across the 1st house and the 7th house axis. So I'm just adding this little extra thing for you, Pisces, because this is going to be right in your face in a few days. And you might be already starting to feel the buildup right now, okay? So Eva, for example, I just saw your name on the screen. Eva, this is very important for you. You know, this particular thing, the full moon, pay attention to that one. Now, getting back to the Uranus and Taurus day of cusp things. So for you, okay, I'm going to swap hands now. For you, Pisces, it's here, okay? It's going to be happening in your third house, okay? This is the beginning of a 7-year journey in your third house. So when you think of the third house, what do you think of? It's like, it's basically communications. It's day-to-day activities, how you speak, how you use your body language to express, like your hands, your facial expressions, all your movements, everything that you do to communicate. And today in this world, especially in the modernized world, a lot of that happens through, obviously, smartphones, internet, tablets, inter-office communications. And a lot of times people are moving away from good old-fashioned face-to-face communication. They're enjoying a lot of social communications through these bizarre things called social media, okay? So for you, Pisces, what might be happening over the next 7 years, you might be going through radical, unpredictable shifts and changes about essentially how you communicate with the world and how you receive communications into your life from the world around you. It's almost like, just imagine yourself as an antenna, okay? You're a transceiver, pretend you're a smartphone, and you are constantly transmitting energy and you're constantly receiving energy. The way this happens and the way it works, the way it feels to you is going to change and shift and grow and expand, okay? My feeling is that it will help, this transit will help you to have greater understanding, greater, like I think of them, what do they call it? Light bulb moments. Those amazing like sparks of awakening, like, oh my God, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like a lot of that's going to happen where I just figured something out. I just realized, hey, did you know about this? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for telling me this. Thank you for this. I learned so much from that. I have to tell everybody. And whatever I know, I need to share it. And how that works in business as well. The third house here is very, very much to do with the function of business. You know, how so much business is conducted through communication. You can't do business without communication. No communication, no relations. So for you Pisceans, the nature of your communications, how you communicate with the people with whom you communicate, and for how and for why and where, it's going to go through radical shifts and changes. And it's all for the better, because whatever is kind of like redundant, obsolete, and basically out of date is going to eventually just get blown up. And something new is going to happen and replace it. And so you might as well embrace it, okay? And to make the best of it. It's harmonious for you, so I wouldn't stress too much. It might be actually fun. It might be very exciting for you because the Pisces-Taurus energy is very comfortable. It's kind of what we call a sextile. And the energy here would be, they work together very well. So my feeling here is that this is very, very good for your evolution, your growth, your expansion in how you communicate with the world and how you understand the world. You know, because so much of our understanding of the world in our life comes through our brain, comes through the communications. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you hearing? What are people telling you? Where are you focusing all your attention? Are you watching junk news? Are you watching junk YouTube channels? Are you watching important, informative, useful stuff? Are you listening to stuff that sounds incredibly genuine and real, but it's actually highly, highly sophisticated propaganda? all of those things are going to become exposed to you. And then you have to make the best of that. And you need to get to the truth. You need to get radically awakened about to what is real. And it's liberating for you, okay? And to me, looks like a very fortuitous transit for all Pisceans, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much. Let's go back and have some fun, people. Let's go have a little bit of fun. I'm going to check out in a little while. There we go. And by the way, I want to update everybody while we're doing this. There will be, so basically, what's going to happen is most of you guys are going to experience what is going to now become a Saturday Night Live for the next few weeks while Terra Illumination is New Zealand, because I am unable to broadcast on a Monday, okay? That's just how it is. So we're now switching to Saturday Night Live, okay? So that's in 2 days from now. We're going to do the same thing here in a couple of days, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to do some readings. We're going to do super chat readings, okay? That's this stuff here, okay? Okay? We're going to do all of this fun stuff, and because we have proven here tonight that we can actually communicate, and some of you have told me that you can actually see the screen pretty clearly. It's very, very crappy over here, very flimsy. But so long as it works for you guys and we can see the chat and you can see things, then we can still have a chance to do the show, okay? Hey, Patty Cakes, I'm not going to do any cards tonight. Let's just put this aside. I don't want to tempt anybody. I don't want to tempt you. I'm going to have a little sip. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to hang out with you guys. Saturday Night Live is next. That's in a couple days from now. All right? Hey, Maggie Smith. Hey, Love Triber. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Mona. All you guys, thank you so much for being here. Cheers, everybody. Absolutely delicious. Let's go and hang out. Let's have some music, people. Let's see what we got going on. Oops, sorry people, no sound. Thank you so much. Forgive me, it's the technology. I'm still learning so much about the freaking technology. I've had to take some very advanced systems here and do a lot of tweaking and modifying to get to the point where we can actually even transmit a live stream at all, okay? It's very, very challenging from here. It's extreme, hardcore challenging, okay? So what I was trying to say is, number one, thank you for hanging out here tonight with Terra Lumination, proving that we can actually do this from New Zealand. Terra Lumination, I'm in New Zealand, okay? I'm in New Zealand, all right? It's like, this is my life now. This is where life is going. This is where it's heading. And it's going to happen in chunks and stages. I don't have a grand, like, a business plan or anything. I like to have things very well organized, but I don't. I'm living completely and utterly in the moment, okay? And that's the best any of us can do. I'm trying to be like a living example of some of the stuff that I talk about on the channel. We're having to be in the now, in the present, in the moment, right now, here and now, okay? Not dwelling in the past, not projecting to the future, but right here, right now. And right now, it is just radical shifts, radical changes happening here at a very raw elementary level. And I know that it's something to do with Terra Lumination being here in New Zealand. I got to keep a foothold in Los Angeles, the USA somehow. But it's a new life, new beginning, new world for Terra Lumination here in New Zealand. And today is the day of Cusp for Terra Lumination, okay? And I'm sharing that with you. And eventually, over time, over the next months and years, everything from Terra Lumination is going to come from here in New Zealand, okay? So get used to it, people. That's what's going to happen. I don't know how. I don't know where the money's going to come from. I don't know how we're going to find a place to live, how we're going to set up a retreat. Where is the land? How are you guys going to get here? What are we going to do with you guys when you get here? That part is actually pretty easy. It's so amazing and beautiful here and so healing. That's the easy part. It's getting things set up here so that Terra Lumination has an actual home, an actual life here. And then we can open that up to you guys, okay? So, anyway, I'm glad you guys are connecting. I'm glad you guys are all hanging out with each other. That's classic Terra Lumination style. I know, I don't know how we're going to do it. Pam, I would love to, again, Pam, like I invited you earlier, please go to the terralumination.com website, terralumination.com, and go to the connect page, and please write so we can establish contact if you're an actual immigrant, a U.S. immigrant here to New Zealand. It would help Terra Lumination a lot. Just to be able to have a contact here. I know very few people here. It's just a small, very tiny cluster of extremely loving people. And I'm very lucky to have that. It's like I've got a foothold, but we need a lot of time, resources, and energy and commitment to get this to work, okay? Okay? All right, so let's have a look. I'm going to go back to the stage a second. Give me one moment. Stay there. Don't go away. Okay, hold on. Okay, peeps. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody because it's 9:30 at night over here right now in New Zealand. Okay. Thank you, Love Triper. I hope you get that. Okay. Take care, everyone. It's been a pleasure. It's been a true pleasure. I'm glad we can actually do this. Okay? Let's just wrap it out with a bit of music. Good night, everybody. See you in a couple of days. Bye-bye. See you Saturday Night Live for the USA, okay? Saturday Night Live. There will be no Sunday Night Live, so join us on Saturday Night Live, okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Sweet dreams.